He wasn't just fast. He wasn't just powerful. He didn't just fight. Bruce Lee broke every traditional rule of martial arts, shattered decades of rigid systems, and in doing so, he forever changed how the world looked at combat. While others followed tradition blindly, Bruce Lee questioned everything, and that's exactly what made him unstoppable. This is the story of how Bruce Lee broke the rules of martial arts and why the world still hasn't caught up. The world before Bruce Lee, trapped in tradition. Before Bruce Lee exploded onto the scene, martial arts was dominated by rigid traditions and strict styles. Each system, whether it was karate, kung fu, taekwondo, or judo, had its own kata, its own stances, and its own rules. Students trained inside fixed patterns, memorizing forms and repeating them endlessly. The idea was to perfect the style, not the individual. Most traditional martial arts focused more on ritual and repetition than real-world effectiveness. Fighters were bound by belts, uniforms, and a sense of hierarchy that often prevented creativity and evolution. Martial arts schools became echo chambers, where questioning the system was seen as disrespect. This was the martial arts world Bruce Lee was born into, but he had no intention of staying in it. Early clues that Bruce Lee was different. From a young age, Bruce Lee was already challenging convention. When he trained under Wing Chun master Ip Man, he began to realize that many traditional movements were too slow, too decorative, and too impractical in real combat. While other students tried to impress with flashy kicks and complicated forms, Bruce Lee focused on speed, simplicity, and efficiency. He started to modify his techniques based on real-life sparring, not tradition. Even back then, his mind was already rebelling against martial arts dogma. Jeet Kune Do, the ultimate rebellion. Bruce Lee's personal martial art, Jeet Kune Do, was more than just a fighting system. It was a philosophy. And it broke every rule of the martial arts world at the time. He famously said, "Absorb what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is uniquely your own." This idea was revolutionary. Bruce was saying that no single martial art was perfect. That every style had weaknesses. And that true mastery came not from loyalty to one system, but by pulling the best techniques from everywhere. Instead of traditional stances, he used fluid footwork inspired by boxing and fencing. Instead of rigid forms, he trained with real contact sparring. Instead of memorizing moves, he focused on reaction, timing, and adaptability. In a world that respected tradition above all else, Bruce Lee was tearing it all down. Breaking the rules of technique and form. Let's break down exactly how Bruce Lee violated traditional rules and why it worked. 1. No fixed style. Traditional martial arts train you in a specific style like Shotokan karate or Hung Gar kung fu. And students were taught to stick with it.